What is going on, JSG gang? It's your boy JSG Mo tuning in. Welcome to the Jet Setters YouTube channel. If you haven't already, like and subscribe for more content. We're trying to monetize. Our first goal is 500 subscribers. We're a little bit over half the way. Please help us out. Today we're here for the Rise of the Ronin review so far. So far, I played about 75% of the game. I feel like I've pretty much seen all it has to offer. Well, for the majority of it, of course, can keep leveling up. We're gonna go through some cons first, get the bad news out the way. The number one thing that everybody has been talking about, there's two major cons to this, but the second one is depends on how you're looking at the game, and I'm gonna tell you why I look at the game the way I do versus the way some others do. So the number one con is it is a $70 game in 2024, and the graphics are going to feel outdated. And the gameplay and how it feels is going to feel outdated. Like just roaming around, running through the grass. And it goes to my second point. If you're comparing this game to Ghost of Tsushima, you are sadly mistaken. I don't feel like these games are in the same categories or the same brackets. I feel like Ghost of Tsushima was a true open world story based game that focused heavily on the story, heavily on the graphics. Now you can say they did add a DLC, make it multiplayer and everything, but I felt like Ghost of Tsushima was a true story based game. Hear me out when I say this. Don't bash me. Don't think I'm crazy. Just be open minded. I feel like Rise of the Ronin is a samurai version, of course, not as complex, of like a GTA, a Red Dead Redemption, a Godfather, those type of games where you got a map, you got a city, there's a storyline. You can play it in different ways, but there's a bunch of other things that you can go around and do in the city. Like for example, in San Andreas, when you cleared out certain areas, you grow streaks, so your green just grows as you gain territory. On this one, you build bond levels. So you see the red dots on the screen. It tells you the enemy or whatever, or if you run around and you run into an enemy territory, you can clear it out, or you can take over the different buildings or fight the different fugitives on the map, and you get like weapons and gear and stuff like that, and build your bond in that area. And then essentially, you clear out that territory and it becomes, I'm not gonna say yours, but you clear out the territory, you save it, you make it better. Um, that's why I feel like it's more in the category of like a less developed GTA Red Dead Redemption or a samurai version of that, just not as complex as those games. Because there is a story, but it's not like boom, 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 boom. Like most games is, it's more or less like you can go off and clear the whole map, take all the pictures, pet all the cats, do side missions, build your bonds before you even work on the true story. Another con to me is this is the third one, and to me, more so than the graphics and more so of how people view the game, this one is more important to me because the third con to me is I lost my train of thought. Okay, I'm back. Third con to me is some of the stuff they give you don't make sense when they give it to you. Like in certain games, like you feel like you gotta work towards something. In this game, like for example, I thought I was gonna have to work towards getting that horse, and then I went off to work on my first bond or the first part of the story, and they gave me a horse, and it looked like I was gonna have to work towards it. But one that threw me off the most is the glider. When you first make it to the main city and you jump off the top, you already have the glider. But they have a mission that you do with the inventor guy where he said, I got this new technology, it hasn't been tested out before. I want you to try it out. And you're supposed to use the glider, swoop down, take over this, break into the storage house, whatever. But you already got the glider before you even do that mission. So it's not even like you unlock it. I felt like that was a miss. But we can get into the pros. I think the fighting styles of the game and the complexity, and it can be hard. I'm playing it on normal, so I know if you play it on a harder level, The actual fighting system and the different weapons and the sub weapons, I love them. I love the skill tree and how you can develop in different ways. I don't necessarily love how you're picking your different styles like killer, sapper, and that. It really only matters for the first part of the game. Once you get out of the first part of the game, you can kind of play it any way you want to. And I mean, it literally only matters for the prologue. Correct me if I'm wrong. But like I said, the katana, the dual blades, the bayonet, which has been fun for me. The lance where you get on it, and it's almost like you're dancing. All of those weapons are dope. Everybody got their own different style, so I think it's 9 weapons, and all of them got 25 levels. All of them have a different amount of fighting styles that you can unlock. The parrying is real nice, understanding that, and just getting used to that stamina system. But the actual fighting and weapon, and another thing I like is the transmog, customizing the character. But that's also a con because I didn't appreciate the fact, from a story perspective, that I worked so hard to create them 2 characters, and I basically had to pick one, and the other one ended up portraying me, or I left her behind or him behind, depending on how you do it. And I see the bond, and we fighting, and you're a bodyguard now for the Americans. All this stuff, I think they could have did so much better with this story. I think this is a Team Ninja game. I think Team Ninja, they could have held on to this one just for like 3, 4 months longer. Worked on that story, made it a little bit harder as far as achieving stuff and making you feel like it's a little bit more story based. And I think this game would have went well. Overall, I give Rise and the Ronin a 7 out of 10. And those 3 points come in the story, um, and like I said, the other thing, like getting the horse or getting the thing where you swoop down the glider too early, and they got a mission where you're supposed to be using the glider for the first time. All of those are misses to me, and then of course the graphics. Would I suggest you pay $70 for this game? To me, it feels like a $50 game, $55 game, even old school $60 game. But 70 feels like a stretch. 70 feels like these little knickknacks shouldn't be there. And in 2024, I want to give them a pass on the graphics, but understanding the climate of the gaming community, you cannot miss like that, because, you know, if you miss early in the game, it goes back to the review we did on Diablo. They just missed in the first season, and the odds of people just keep sticking with that is slim to none. People's attention and how they want information and how they want that dopamine. I shouldn't have to be waiting to 3, 4 seasons before you get this right, Diablo. I know we ain't talking about Diablo, but that Blizzard definitely missed it. But anyway, like I said, I give it a 7 out of 10. You guys tell me how you feel in the comments. Once again, it's your boy JSG Mo. If you made it this far, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment to help the growth of the channel. We're on the race to 500. Thank you guys for tuning in.